buckets for tonight's senior night. We want to congratulate our seniors on an incredible career. Thank you for your dedication to Braintree High School these last 4 years. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors. First up, number 1, Max DeRose, accompanied by parents Steve and Mary Ellen DeRose.
Senior night, as the seniors now going to be recognized here at Braintree High School. First senior for Braintree will be Max DeRoche, who's been playing over at second base and played some outfield, but he was known in his earlier career here at Braintree High School for his pitching, but at one point had an injury and hasn't been able to get back on the mound since. Such a dominant pitcher during his first couple of years. The second Braintree senior will be King. So Max DeRoche and then Max King. Number 1 and number 2 for Braintree, as far as the jersey numbers are concerned. Quite a few Braintree seniors going to be honored here before the game.
Number 3, Peter Brooks.
Number 3, it'll be the Braintree shortstop, Peter Brooks. Such a key weapon atop the Braintree order. Great defensive player, has a good bat, does a lot of things well. And of course, as they do the senior ceremony, they always say it's the last game, but of course Braintree hoping for multiple games here at Braintree High School as far as the postseason is concerned. They've qualified for it. But they got to start playing some better baseball. They've struggled the last couple of games.
Accompanied by parents Tom and Kathleen Farragut and brother James.
Next Braintree senior, not starting in the lineup, but it is number 4, Gavin Farragut. A lot of these athletes, as is noticeable in almost any sport, play multiple different sports. A lot play hockey. Some athletes even have a chance to play 3 sports, which is pretty incredible in high school season. Fall, spring, and winter seasons. Number 5, it is Sean Lassard. Didn't announce any hockey, but certainly know he was on the hockey team. He's come in as a pinch runner in a couple of spots late in games, as has a lot of the Braintree subs coming off the bench. Such a key role that people don't really think about until the speed gets factored into a game. Number 7 for Braintree, Jake Hillard. Has done catching. He's been off and on in the starting lineup as far as the catching is concerned.
Number 8,
won't be catching tonight, but Braintree has 2 senior catchers, so there's been quite a bit of rotation there. Next up for Braintree, it'll be Zolano. Number 8. Really has turned it on this year as far as the offense is concerned. Playing over at first base, batting in the top third of the Braintree order most of the year. He's batted leadoff a couple of times. Batted 2, 3, all around the top 4. One of the top Braintree weapons in their offense. He's really done a nice job defensively picking the ball out of the dirt. Next Braintree senior is going to be Foley. Number 10, Ryan Foley. Nice thing about announcing so many different sports. You see the Legion team. A couple of these players really played a key part last year on what was a very young Braintree team.
Number 12, Aiden Zahn, accompanied by parents Justin and Joanne Zahn and sister Addison.
Number 12, it'll be Aiden Zahn, who's had a couple of big hits late in games, a couple of walk-off hits here at Braintree High School. Seen a lot more of the lineup over the last couple of weeks, as the Braintree lineup has not been set in stone, but a lot of players that are in the lineup today probably will be the players they look into late in games and key moments to come up with big hits, and that's where the players hope to shine. Braintree's played so many one-run games here this season.
Number 13, John.
It's going to give them a big advantage heading into postseason play.
Parents Chris Stenman and Ellen Weber, with sister Lauren.
Next up for Braintree will be the starting catcher today, number 13, Sean Stenman. Another key piece back behind the dish. Braintree again with those two senior catchers, Stenman and Hillard. Catching, of course, one of the biggest positions on the field outside of the pitching spot and shortstop. Key stays right up the middle.
Number 15, Danny Shalgen.
Number 15, Danny Shalgen. In my opinion, probably one of the unsung heroes of this team. Coming in out of the bullpen, has pitched so many times out of the pen, has come in to shut down some lineups and give Braintree a chance to win games, especially late in games where they've been able to come all the way back twice this year. Braintree's come back from multiple runs down late in the game, and he's been on the mound in those games.
Number 20, Colvin Daly.
Number 20, Colvin Daly. He's going to play second base here today. Moved all across the infield. He's played short. He's played second. I think he's played the outfield too. Another player that has seen a lot of playing time over the last couple of weeks specifically.
Ethan Lamb, accompanied by sister Michaela.
Now one of the Braintree managers, it'll be Ethan Lamb. It's going to be a beautiful day for a ball game. Temperatures will be right around 80 degrees at first pitch. See how the ball travels today. Braintree with some very potent bats. We'll hope to see some runs on the Braintree side, as the seniors all going to be applauded for right now, as we will pause now in this one, getting ready for the start of the ball game. First pitch will be up next here on BCAM TV as we await the start of the first inning in a moment. Hello and welcome back to Braintree High School, getting ready for the start of this ball game. Mike Wasser bringing the coverage here on BCAM TV as we are ready for the top half of the first inning between Braintree and Needham. Braintree senior night prior to this game. Seniors recognized, a lot of them in the starting lineup. And now getting ready is Joyce. Left-hander, going to be on the mound. Had probably one of his best outings in his last start. Last outing against one of the top teams in the state in Walpole, and now facing Needham. Braintree trying to get back in the win column here on a beautiful day at Braintree High School. First pitch of the ball game in for strike one. Lefty winds and fires as that one smacked off of the screen and back into the field of play. A couple of quick strikes from the starter. Defense getting ready. Give the defensive alignments in a moment as this one on the ground towards deep shortstop and a base hit as it gets by the diving glove of Brooks. With 2 strikes, that was a hittable pitch and able to slap it by Brooks over at deep short. So now the offense for the Rockets will start off with a base runner. The lead at first and the pitch, and that one is a little bit upstairs. Finds the zone this time to even the count at 1-1. Solano will hold on the base runner. Second baseman now, as Saratella stands in, runner goes on the pitch. It's popped up on the infield. As Brooks back, a tough play and makes the ranging play. Great play over at shortstop by Brooks, who makes the catch. Runner back to first base. Difficult play. Not one that every high school shortstop will make, and with the speed and the athleticism of Brooks, he was able to make it. And Braintree gets a big first out. So that'll go into the defense across the outfield for Braintree to be Segley in left, King in center, and Atkinson in right field. Across the infield, Ryan at third, Brooks at shortstop with a throw over to first. Second baseman here today is Daly, and over at first is Zolano. With Stenman catching the starter Joyce, who has the first out here of the first inning. Runner at first, he was on the move on the last pitch, as that one misses for ball 1. Defense looking up the middle, specifically Brooks is. Second baseman Daly more in his natural spot, as the Braintree defense hoping to turn a double play. And of course, in case of a steal, which is on the move here, and on the right side, it is going to be Daly, who's positioned perfectly, makes the play. So O'Brien grounds out, and Braintree has the second out. After a leadoff single, Joyce with a couple of quick outs, and the tying, or the go-ahead run, now in scoring position. In a 0-0 game, the runner is second and 2 down. Braintree will have Brooks, King, and Zolano due up in the bottom half of the inning, hoping for 0 on the board here in the top half of the inning. Now the defense will play straight up as the first pitch. This one middle of the infield and a base hit. As the runner tags third, the play is going to be towards the plate. King with a pretty good throw, but it's going to be late. And now gets away from Stenman as the runner takes second base. So the struggles here early in the game continue here for the Braintree starters. Give up a run first. So an RBI single from O'Donnell, who's the catcher. He's going to come off for a pinch runner, moved up to second base on the throwing error from the outfielder King. So the game's first run comes here again with a 2-out hit. It's been the trend here this season for Braintree, which is quite surprising. They've been really good late in games. Early in games, hasn't been the same story. Braintree giving up runs early in a game, trying to battle back again. A couple of hits and now a run. 2 singles in this inning and a run as the pitch is high and tight. Really warm afternoon, temperature right around 80 degrees. Again, a 5 o'clock start here on senior night. So runner is in scoring position again for the second time in the frame. As the 2-1 downstairs. Not tempting to the shortstop. Trying to battle back all the way down from 3-0. That one hits the zone for a strike as the at-bat will continue. Braintree will have a couple of more home games as part of the Don Fredericks Memorial Tournament coming up the weekend of Memorial Day. Braintree trying to finish this week off strong. They have a couple of key games, including some key opponents in that tournament. First opponent will be Plymouth North, as that one is foul tipped for a strikeout to end the inning. A runner left on, but a run scores here in the top half of the first as Braintree trails by a run after a half inning. Bottom of the first inning, and the Braintree Bats get their first look at the starter, Buckley. Left-handed pitcher, both pitchers here today left-handers, and the pitch is going to be upstairs for ball one. So Braintree will play from a run down here in the first, with Brooks, King, and Zolano, the trio of hitters expected here for head coach O'Connell. Off-speed pitch, that also misses. Quickly 2-0, and a runner in Brooks, who can make things happen on the base pass. Certainly a dangerous hitter as well, but you don't want to put him on. That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1. Pretty nice turnout here on senior night on a warm afternoon, 5 o'clock start, as 3-1 now is the count, as Braintree trying to put the tying run aboard. King in the on-deck circle. He's had a very good last couple of games with the bat. This one sharply hit and into center field, a base hit. So Brooks swinging the bat this time and lines it into center field as the leadoff man is on. Both leadoff hitters with a base hit. And now Braintree trying to bring home the tying run. As King stands in, talked about how good of a bat he's been swinging. Had a couple of ground rule doubles. Just hit a couple of home runs here this season, so certainly a dangerous hitter. Getting the signs and takes the first pitch for ball one. Braintree trying to take advantage here of their late schedule. Really need some wins here to close out the year. As this one driven towards left center, it's a base hit. As King continues to swing a good bat, Brooks tags second, and he'll stop there on back-to-back singles. Some good contact here to begin the game. So the Braintree Bats trying to get it going after kind of a lackluster last few. Braintree hasn't scored many runs. Their pitching has been pretty good over the last couple of games. But now got to find a way to get that offense going as the weather is warming up. Baseball sitting right now at 10-6 as the bunt attempt down the third base line. A great bunt as the late throw is going to be close, not in time. Second baseman took a while to get there, and an infield bunt single from Zolano. It was a perfect bunt down the line. Certainly was good enough for a sacrifice, and now it turns out even better for Braintree as they are threatening with the bases loaded and nobody out. So Braintree again at 10-6. Trying to get back in the win column after losing their last game against Weymouth 4-1 on their last home game. Before that, it was 2-1 to Walpole, 3-2 before that. So Braintree's lost now 3 straight games for the first time this season, and all of them have been tight. Big opportunity here for Joyce to help out his own cause as the pitch misses outside. Braintree with their first left-handed bat up here in the inning. So 3 straight singles here in the inning as it turns out. Brooks to center, King to left center, and then a bunt single from Zolano. Have them all filled up as the infield comes in. And the pitch, and it's a sky-high pop-up. It's going to be a tough play off towards right field. Long run, and this one's going to drop down as the play cannot be made, and the run scores. Nothing going right here in this first inning for the defense. That ball was going to be a tough one to make with the infield in, as Joyce plants that one into right field for an RBI single, and Braintree has the tying run to score here in the inning with still nobody out and a very quick meeting as Braintree has an opportunity to put up a crooked number here in this first inning. Warm afternoon. One would expect to see quite a few runs scored in this game as Joyce is on. Didn't get all of that ball, but did hit a ton in the air. And of course, right field always tough here at Braintree High School. Dealing with the sun. That wasn't specifically why the ball wasn't caught. Braintree's not going to have a courtesy runner here for Joyce, as he's pitching here today and also in the DH spot if he's not. So no runner here for Joyce. Braintree still has him loaded. That'll be an RBI credited to Joyce, and here comes Atkinson in a good spot here with the infield pulled in. And the pitch goes after the first pitch. This one off towards the stands, and that one's going to reach foul ground. Early swing and the at-bat there from Atkinson with Segley to follow. Braintree really stacking up a lot of right-handed bats atop the order, with Segley a left-handed bat to hit next. Just 2 left-handed bats in the order today for Braintree, at least their starting order. And the pitch, as that one misses outside. So Braintree getting the run they gave up in the top half of the inning right back. Again, sitting at 10-6, really in a must-win game for Braintree if they want to continue inside of the top 10 and give themselves a home playoff game. Braintree certainly not a team anybody would want to face come postseason play, as a lot of teams know based on Braintree's history of last year, going all the way to the state final, losing in extra innings to the eventual champion Chelmsford, as the pitch in for a strike. Pitching, defense, and of course clutch hitting, such a key part of winning playoff games. Braintree's been very familiar with those moments. They've played a lot of one-run games, setting them up for some success. As this one drilled towards third, a fair ball. Oh no, foul ball, they say. Home plate umpire not making it really visible, and head coach O'Connell is going to get the bad word on the way, as that would have been extra bases. He doesn't agree with the call, and unfortunately they're not going to change the call. That was down the line for at least 2 runs. And he's going to get the bad news from the home plate umpire, who again did not vocalize that it was a foul ball other than raising his hands up. And head coach O'Connell's not going to like the call. Atkinson's not going to like the result either. That was a 2-run double heading down that third baseline. So he'll come back to the dish. Some tossing already starting out there for the Rockets, who are struggling here in the bottom half of the first to find it out. Braintree with the bases filled. Atkinson just hit the ball hard, trying to do it again. And now the pitch, and again driving it towards shortstop as the play is to the plate. Now the throw down to first, and they turn a double play. Wow, what a big swing in this ball game. Instead of a 3-0 game, Braintree with nobody out, instead a double play ball. The run does not score, and it stays a 1-1 game. A big double play ball, and that couldn't have come at a better time for the Needham staff, who really needed an out, and they get 2. The swing of a bat. The infield pulled in. Get the force out at the plate and able to get it back over to first to turn 2. And now Segley takes a strike. So Braintree trying to find a way to not waste this inning. Just the 1 run certainly would not be good enough with a situation with the bases filled and nobody out. As that one spins him back. Certainly have to feel bad for Atkinson. We don't have the best view from our vantage point. We're not right down the line, so tough to say fair or foul whether that ball was there. But of course, head coach O'Connell is standing there coaching third base. But then again, as a coach and as a player, of course, you always want it to be a fair ball. So Segley down in the count with a couple of strikes. Braintree with 2 in scoring position. And the pitch, it's in there for a called third strike. And somehow the Rockets do not give up the lead here in the inning. They give up the tying run. Braintree certainly deserved better here in the inning, but they do leave 2 on here in the first as we head to the second in a 1-1 game. First pitch here of the second in for a strike. 6, 7, and 8 hitters here in the order for Needham. As this one on the ground towards third base, backing up is Ryan, and the throw in time. Not a good throw from Zolano after the out, but a meaningless situation there after getting the out recorded. So it'll be the third putout for Braintree on the infield. One over at short on a grounder to second, and now a grounder to third. So the infield's been busy here for Braintree. The other out coming on a strikeout. as Joyce gets the first out. And this one out towards center field. Long run in as King going to make a play on it. And 2 very quick outs here for Joyce. Braintree bats will look to get right back out there. Swinging some good bats, putting some good approaches. Really disappointing first inning after all said and done for Braintree after scoring just the 1 run. They had the bases loaded with nobody out. End up getting just the 1 run. And the pitch down at the knees, a strike. Joyce continuing to fill up the zone, trying to settle into his outing. Certainly could use a 0 here, as Braintree will have their 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up in the bottom half. 1-1 game with the bases empty and 2 down as the pitch is down and in. And now a 2-1 count. Good pitch. That one finds the zone, and the count now has evened. Haven't seen a swing yet in the at-bat, as Braintree looking for the final out. Again, Joyce with 1 strikeout to his outing. And the pitch, and this one out towards right field as Atkinson over, and he has the final out. 1, 2, 3 in very quick order. Go the Rockets as the Braintree 7, 8, 9 hitters will bat in a moment in a 1-1 game. First pitch here at the bottom of the inning, in for a strike to Ryan. He started back onto the mound, but there was some pitching or some action back behind him back in the first inning as Ryan stings this one out towards left center field. Opportunity here as that ball continues to carry and cannot be caught. Second time here in the ball game that a pop-up has found the grass without the glove making contact, and Braintree has another leadoff base runner. Ryan certainly happened to be on, but should have been the first out here of the inning, and Braintree trying to take advantage of another mistake. Dealing with the number 8 hitter now in Daly. Certainly Buckley not getting the defense he was hoping for. Did get that big double play ball. That was a big play in this game right now to keep it a 1-1 game. As Braintree is sacrificing a good bunt. This one towards the pitcher. Here is the throw. It's high and just in time for the out. Bang, bang play. Close to see if he made contact with that bag, but that's the second time Braintree has tried to bunt and almost getting another bunt single out of it. The sacrifice, though, is successful. Brings the runner over to third. A little surprising that Braintree with the base open there. They're already in scoring position. Now the infield will come in again for the second straight inning. So the sacrifice from Daly brings him over to third as Braintree plays some small ball looking for the lead. Now it's trying for a squeeze play. And this one down the line, but it goes foul. Play was there. Braintree had a chance. That ball's in fair territory. That's a run. So Stenman could not get the ball down in fair territory. That one rolled down that first base line for a while. And of course, they were hoping that one was going to stay right on the bag. Tough to see it again, but who knows? With a Braintree opportunity again and not able to get the bunt down. And then this one makes contact with the home plate umpire who takes the foul ball off of the mask. So Stenman not able to get down 2 bunts and Braintree not able to get down the run. So of course the safety right now for the home plate umpire who took a foul ball off the mask. That's the concern right now. 2 opportunities to drop down a bunt, and Braintree not getting the job done to bring in the go-ahead run. First one was certainly the better of the 2 pitches to bunt. Second one was a little bit high, but with the play on, you really have to try and go after it. Otherwise, you leave your base runner out to dry, and that would be a disaster. If Braintree got caught sending that runner from third to home, caught in a run down. Home plate umpire going to remain in the ball game. Couple of strikes now on the hitter. So Stenman batting in the 9th spot as the Braintree catcher, trying to drive home the go-ahead run Try and do it with the hit instead of the bunt play. Braintree going to try it again with 2 strikes, and Stenman cannot get the job done, and now they try and throw it to third, and it turns into a double play, and I am shocked that Braintree tried that 3 straight times, especially with 2 strikes, and clearly Stenman wasn't able to get the job done, and that is going to be a very, very frustrating finish to this second inning, and a momentum play that goes Needham's way. They've been able to get a lot of things to go their way here through the first couple of innings and keep this score tied at 1 as we head to the third. First pitch here of the third as Joyce back in for another inning of work after a quick 1-2-3 second. And now falling behind 2-0. Braintree for the second straight inning, hitting into a double play. Not the way you would expect to hit into one either. The suicide squeeze play was popped up and the runner was caught in between third and home. 9-1-2 for the Rockets, who have great opportunity to have the leadoff man on. Some 9-hitter head in the count, 3-0. So lefty's ready, winds in, fires, and finds a strike as the hitter throws the bat off in disgust, and that's never going to bode well when he gets back into the batter's box. One would assume almost always you're going to see a 3-0 strike, but hitter did not think so. Anything close is going to be called a strike, and now grounds this one foul of third. So now a 3-2 count. So the count now full. Joyce has fanned 1 so far through the first 2. And the pitch, and this one towards the middle of the infield and through into center field. So able to make his way on with a single up the middle. Third hit of the game for the Rockets, all have been singles. And now the top of the order due up for the second time. The signs being relayed across. See if they look for a sacrifice or some sort of hit and run type of play. First pitch drops in for strike 1. Solano holding on the runner at first, not a big lead. Joyce looks in that direction, and the pitch, and it's popped up on the infield, very playable. As Daly back a few steps and can't make the catch. The play is to second, and wide open is the out there at second. So for whatever is going on, neither side able to catch a routine pop-up in this game. Braintree not making the catch this time at second. Seeing Needham drop 2. Braintree with plenty of time to still get that out so it doesn't turn into an error. But certainly one that Daly should make. Still able to get the force out. And Braintree has their first out here of the third. Now a pickoff try. That'll go down as a fielder's choice as Joyce again throws over. This one a little closer. Another pickoff try. Ready now on the pitch, and that one misses. See a meeting at the mound here. Another pickoff try. Really keeping a close eye on that runner at first base. Time again called at the dish. Here in the top half of the third inning. 1-1 game. In a Bay State Conference matchup between Braintree and Needham. Needham right now having a tough start to the year at 4-12. Braintree at 10-6. Giving Braintree a run for the money here early in the ball game. Braintree certainly should have the lead the way they've had opportunities in the first couple of innings. But they've hit into 2 double plays, including one on a suicide squeeze. Runner this time will go. The pitch is outside. Here comes the throw from Stemman. Going to be way late. And a stolen base over at second. So after all that, Braintree gives away the base anyway. The go-ahead run now in scoring position over at second. Lefty-lefty matchup. Able to get Saratella to pop up to short his first time. On what was a nice ranging catch by Brooks on the outfield grass. Trying to keep him close there over at second base, and the pitch. And that one misses on another close pitch. Now in danger of walking him. And this one sharply hit towards second base. Daly trying to make a play, cannot. As that ball gets away from him. And Daly's had a little trouble here, specifically in this third inning defensively. So go down as an error, and Braintree has given up another base runner. A little surprised DeRoche not over there at second base here today. Especially on senior night, although both are seniors. But Braintree with a miscue as they're now at the corners, and the Rockets looking for the lead. Neither side getting much help from their defense in this ball game as the pitch in for a strike. Runner takes off, and the pitch is on the ground, back, and needing help as the runner now going to third, and he's going to be out by a mile at third as the run scores. And not a good base running decision there. Good to score the run, but really was not a wise decision to try and go first and third on a ball that was hit on the infield. Didn't make any sense, really. But Braintree does give up the go-ahead run. It's 2-1. The runner now at first and 2 down. So the infield single does bring home the go-ahead run, but then trying to take an extra base, getting to third base and gunned down on a pretty routine play from Zolano. Trying to get the final out now here at the top of the third, and a pickoff try. This one not close. The runner did not move. See a stolen base here in the inning. That one sharply hit and almost took out his coach in the process down that third baseline. Certainly would like to straighten that one out. That ball was scalded off the bat. Ball on a strike here to the cleanup hitter and catcher, O'Donnell, who had an RBI hit his first time to give him the lead. This one on the ground, back towards the mound as Joyce backpedals and makes a routine play to end the inning. So the Rockets get the go-ahead run, but certainly left more to be desired in the inning after running into a bad play on the infield. Trying to take an extra base, changes the complexion of the inning, and Braintree will have a chance to bat down a run. Bottom half of the inning, and this one into left field, a base hit. First pitch from Brooks, and a couple of singles here for Brooks, who's on to begin the inning. Didn't wait around, and goes after the first pitch as Braintree, for the third straight inning, has the leadoff man aboard. Pretty crazy to think that Braintree trails in this game. The way they've played on offense, certainly expect to have more than just the one run on the board. Both sides have run into some outs. The defense has made a couple of mistakes in both directions as the pickoff try not going to be close. So King, who had a line drive to left center for a base hit his first time. Braintree top of the order trying to get the job done. The offense trying to get cooking as this one out towards left field, hit pretty well by King. Continuing back, and it's the center fielder to cut it off and make the play. And there is the first out on another hard hit ball by King. So Zolano now stands in. He tried to bunt his last time, ended up getting a bunt single out of it. See if Brooks is on the move here on the at-bat. First pitch, and Zolano goes after it. This one out towards right field, gonna be a tough play. Second baseman ranging, and not gonna catch it. As the runner, it will get down to second. Nothing has been routine, as the base runner with a good read off of that one, as Brooks was a good 2/3 of the way there, and another ball that drops, as Braintree with another base runner. Solano's been on twice, and here comes Joyce. Looking to hit one solid this time. Had an RBI his last time. Looking for something he can drive hard. Get momentum back on the Braintree side as this one well off the plate. Single fly out to center, and another single for Braintree. Another misplay. 2 on and 1 out. Braintree looking for the tying run. As Joyce takes the pitch just off the edge. Close pitch, not going the pitcher's way. Now he's sitting in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count, looking for a fastball. And the on-deck circle is Atkinson. Tying run at second, go-ahead run at first. And the pitch. Joyce with a big swing, no contact. Just looking for a big swing on that one. Trying to drive that ball deep. Outfield is going to move back quite a bit after seeing that swing. Looking for a solid line drive swing. Pitch downstairs, and it's 3-1. Pitching very carefully to him so far. He got his one hack, which was the pitch prior to that on the 2-0. Now it's 3-1. Solano and Brooks lead from first and second, and the pitch. And this one gets away, but it doesn't matter. It's ball 4 as the runners all move up. First walk of the ball game. And Braintree now with the bases filled again for the second time in this game. And Atkinson for the second time bats with the bases filled. Trying to atone for grounding into a double play as last time after a pitch or two prior, lining it down the third base line, which looked to be extra bases, but it was called a foul ball. 3 on for Braintree with 1 out, and the pitch to Atkinson is off the plate. Trying to remain patient. Braintree's been very aggressive here in this third inning, swinging at early pitches. Chance to tie the score or go ahead. And the 1-0 pitch, and Atkinson on the ground, and a base hit. Gets it by the dive of the third baseman. 1 run scores. Here comes the second. Throw going to be close, but it's not going to be in time. And Braintree has the first lead today. So Atkinson delivers. Second time in the game hitting in a bases loaded situation this time. Comes up with the 2-run hit. able to just get it by the diving glove of the third baseman. And Braintree takes advantage of another misplay on the infield. Both sides have had a couple of plays that have not gone their way, and Segley will bat again. So an RBI hit, 2 RBI hit for Braintree to give him a 3-2 advantage. And Segley going after the first pitch, chased a bad pitch off the plate. He fanned his first time looking. 2 more on here with 1 out as Braintree's offense comes through with a clutch hit. Another wave and a miss, continuing to pitch him off speed. Sitting in the driver's seat, 0-2. Segley hoping that he will get a mistake from the pitcher that he can hit. 2 on and 1 down, and the pitch outside. Braintree scoring a run in the first. They've scored twice so far here in the third. Braintree answering the run that Needham scored in the top half of the inning, and for the second straight at bat, Segley has fanned looking. Those are the only 2 strikeouts for Buckley on the mound, both against the same batter. Both looking, lefty-lefty matchup, and here comes Ryan, who got a gift double his last time. Takes the pitch in for a strike. 2 on, 2 down. Bottom half of the third, Braintree with their first lead today. It's 3-2. Looking to open it up a bit with a hit. And Ryan drives this one to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit, but it's hit hard, and Joyce has to stop over at third. Great backup from the pitcher, ends up catching it with the bare hand after a bounce. And Braintree has him filled. Second hit of the ball game for Ryan. That one stung to left field. And now who's going to hit here in this spot? See if Braintree goes to the bench. So it is going to remain Daly in the ballgame over at second, batting in the 8th spot. The base is filled, and he goes after the first pitch towards third base, and he gets the easy out on the weak grounder to third base as Braintree strands. The base is loaded and leaves 3 on here in the inning. They do get the 2-run hit from Atkinson to take the lead as we head to the 4th, a 3-2 score. Top of the 4th. As Joyce misses on the first pitch. He's given up a run in the first and the third. As the pitch is high, and it's 2-0. Dealing with 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Both sides have tried to remain aggressive against the starters as this one's off and out of play. To 1, and that one missed. Joyce yet to walk anybody, but is in danger here on the 3-1 pitch. Big swing, and this one into left field. Got a good pitch to hit and drives it into the outfield. All the hits in this game for the Rockets have been singles. That'll be their 5th single of the ball game. Also been aided by a Braintree error. And now Braintree's made a change over at second, fan in there to play second base. Pickoff try over at first base. Getting closer to the bottom of the order now. See if they consider sacrificing, trying to move that runner over, the tying run over at first. Time called at the dish. Pickoff try again. Able to dive back safely. 3 times he's thrown in that direction. The leadoff man is aboard with a leadoff single, causing some disruptions so far in the base pass. As this one grounded, it's going to be the catcher to make the play. Throw across, it's high, and in time, they say. They got him at first. So that's going to be a tough one to go against the Rockets on a ball that was rising, and it certainly looked like he had lost contact with the bag, and I think now we have seen one in each direction, missing one over at the bag at first. So I guess the 2 umpires now are going to talk it over, and they're going to see if the home plate umpire will have a different call down the line. Generally, you don't see it overturned, but who knows? You'd have to see something completely different in order to overturn it, of course. That is the field umpire's call, so we'll see what is the call here to close out the at-bat. And he's going to remain out. So the runner does get over to second base with the sacrifice bunt. Certainly could have been an infield hit. Tough one to go against the Rockets. Certainly looked to be a high throw. A 3-2 lead for Braintree as they cling to a 1-run advantage. Runner now at second base with 1 out. Tying run at second base. And the pitch. And that one finds the zone. Braintree with the go-ahead run pushed across on the 2-run hit from Atkinson. A lot of singles in the ball game for the Rockets. They've scored a single run in each of the first and third inning. Looking for another run here in this one. As it's one on the ground and a fair ball down the line. As it's one mishandled in the outfield, the runner will score from second and the throw in towards second as the runner stops at first. Tying run scores on another single. So now the infield going to come in as the tying run has just scored. Pretty much a must-win game here for Braintree, and they had a pickoff play. And now the 2 umpires are going to talk it over. Braintree was trying a pickoff play, a hidden ball trick to get the runner at first. And they're going to bring him down to second on a balk call is the initial call. Head coach O'Connell going to come out and discuss it as well. Time was out. And this is really a crazy sequence. And what could have been a second out. Instead, the runner goes down to second. So they're going to move him back to first. So they're not going to give up the extra base. As time was out, they're not going to call a balk. And at this point, I think the umpire is just going to make it a wash. They're not going to give him the extra base. They're not going to give him the out. Just going to go back to where it was. This one slapped back and out of play. Kind of a weird sequence there in either direction. One side was not going to be happy. And now I guess neither side is happy. Braintree thought they should have had an out. Needham thought they should have had an extra base. And the pitch on the ground, left side. It's a diving play by Brooks, cannot make the play, and it gets into left field. So the single party for the Rockets continues. Continue to move them over one base at a time. Nothing has been really smoked in this game, especially here in this inning. And it looks like Braintree's going to start to get some action in their bullpen. Shelton's going to get up and start throwing for Braintree. Made a couple of changes defensively here in this inning. Now into pitch is Hillard. Fan over at second base, already mentioned that. Joyce trying to really bear down here. RBI hit in the inning. Joyce has allowed 3 hits and a run so far, 2 more on. A 3-3 game here in the top of the 4th. With Joyce continuing to stay in the ball game. Braintree again with action in their pen. There was action in the Needham pen, but starter has remained in. 2 runners lead across, and the pitch, and a wave and a miss. Braintree's hit into 2 double plays in this game. That's been the difference in this game. They've left 5 on base. That suicide squeeze really looking like that play that you look back in this game. That really changed the complexion. Then again, you look at Atkinson's ball down that third baseline that looked like a 2-run single that then turned into a double play shortly thereafter back in the first. So key swings in this game that have not gone in Braintree's favor. Down the third baseline and a foul ball. They're going to get a new baseball back into the field of play on the little tapper down the third baseline. Joyce has fanned 1 so far in the outing. This would be a good time to get his second. Trying to keep those runners at first and second. He's got 2 strikes on him. Find his location. Do not want to give up a 2-strike hit again. Those runners will lead here at first and second. And the 0-2 offering. As that one misses down and away. Good 2-strike pitch that time off the plate. That's what you want to do if you're ahead in the count. You do not want to leave it in the zone. Don't chance it. Try and get him to chase something off the plate. Of course, Needham did not. And again, the offering. And a foul tip held on to for the strikeout. So he does get that second out. That was a good time for it. Just mentioned, Joyce could use one in that spot. Back to the top of the order for the 3rd time. 2 key base runners on as the Rockets look for their second lead of this game. Braintree just going ahead and now have given up the tying run here in this 4th inning. Trying to get out of it with any further damage. It'll be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters for Braintree due up in the bottom half of this 4th inning right now in a 3-3 game. As that one just misses off the edge. Close pitch, not going Joyce's way. The left-hander trying to continue to work quickly and efficiently. He's given up 3 singles here in the inning. In between that was a sacrifice bunt. That was a very close play. And then a strikeout that just happened as that's in for a strike. Past the halfway point of the ball game. Big spot. 2 on. Rockets have left 2 on so far. Braintree's left 5 on through the first 3.5. Joyce is ready, winds and fires, and this one popped up. Gonna be a difficult play coming over. It is the shortstop and left fielder converging and not making the catch as the throw is into third. And hard to say, the two sides trying to get on the same page. Certainly looked like an easier play for the left fielder, and somehow that ball drops. It hit the glove of Brooks, and the two players look like they may have made some contact. Certainly should have been a catch and an out to end the inning. Instead, the Rockets get the go-ahead run, and it's been that kind of game here today. Either side making the routine plays. Runners at the corners in a 4-3 game. The Rockets with a 1-run lead. They've scored twice in this inning. And the pitch popped up and out of play. Runners at first and third, 2 down. Here in the top half of the fourth, and another inning that has featured a ball that has found its way down on a little pop-up. Wasn't an easy play by any stretch of the imagination. Runner staying put at first. Trying to go to the plate, and the bunt try. Has this one towards the pitcher. Throw across in time to get him, and out at first. The first base coach thinking he's going to change the call, but that was a pretty easy call this time around as the out is recorded. Trying to hit a bunt single. A little surprising in that spot with 2 outs, but Braintree gets through the top of the fourth. They do give up the go-ahead run, and it's 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth inning, Braintree down a run, 4-3. First pitch swinging, and this one hits sharply to second and caught off the bat of Hillard. Braintree again going after another first pitch. Hitting that one right on the screws, but caught over at second. Bringing up Brooks, who singled twice. 1 to center, 1 to left. Trying to get the tying run aboard. As that one is in for a strike. So a line out to second base to begin the bottom half of the inning. And now the pitch on the ground towards third base on a couple of high hops. As the throw across and plenty of time for the second out. The action continuing out in the bullpen for Braintree with Shaljan up and throwing, potentially to come in the fifth. As the pitch is in for a strike to King. He singled and flied out to center field. So lefty trying to get through this fourth as the pitch off the target from Buckley. If the inning continues, Zolano would hit next. Braintree trying to avoid going 1-2-3 for the first time. As the pitch is in for a strike. Continuing to work quickly on the mound with nobody on. Braintree trailing by a run for the second time in the ball game. They trailed 1-0 after a half inning, and now 4-3. This one driving out towards right field. That's a base hit. As King continues to sting the ball, his second hit of the ball game. And now an opportunity for Zolano to hit with somebody on in front of him. Braintree again not going to be shut down. 1-2-3. King leading over at first. Getting ready now. On the way to Zolano. Takes the first pitch for strike one. Braintree looking for the tying run. Tying run is on at first. And a pickoff try. Braintree looking for one of those extra base hits that they've had a lot of this season. As this one out to right field, but a foul ball. That one hops up and over the fence. So a long way to go in this ball game. We're here in the bottom of the fourth inning with a runner at first and 2 down. Braintree trailing by a run with the tying run on and the go-ahead run at the dish. I don't know how much longer both pitchers will go in this one. There's been action behind both of them. Generally, a right-hander loves to face left-handed pitching. Braintree stacking up the right-handed bats today. And the pitch on the way. This one out to right field. Going to be hit pretty well, but right at the outfielder makes the catch and ends the inning. So Braintree strands another base runner. They've left 6 on now through the first 4 innings and trail by a run as we head to the 5th. Top of the 5th, and the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. That one finds the zone to even the count at 1-1. Base is empty. Here to start the top of the 5th. Braintree down a run. This one's knocked out of play. Couple of strikes now on the hitter. Sailing with the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the middle of the Needham order. On the ground this time to third base. Gobbled up by Ryan. The throw across in time for the first out. Ryan's had a couple of putouts over there at third. Defense trying to settle in here. And this one drilled out towards left field. That's going to get down. And this one's going to head back towards the wall. As it's picked up, the throw is heading into second. And that one will be off target as it's backed up now by the pitcher. And a double. The line drive double, the first extra base hit off of a Needham bat. Now they have a big insurance runner in scoring position at second with another pinch runner in as that one is knocked back and out of play. That's where Joyce needs to bear down, get the final couple outs, keep his team down a run. Braintree will have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up in the bottom half of the 5th. Right now down 4-3. 10-6 start here to the season for Braintree, but they're on a 3-game losing streak. As this one out to right field and another base hit. As the runner tags third, he's going to be waved around, and he's going to score because the ball was misplayed. So they continue to get to Joyce, and that may be it. As head coach O'Connell making his way out. So we're going to see the pitching change here with a runner now at first base and 1 out. As coming out of the bullpen will be Shaljan. Braintree down a couple of runs, 5-3 here in the 5th. after the pitching change. First pitch is off the plate. Coming out of the bullpen is Shelgin again. Trying to get the final couple of outs here of the 5th inning, with Braintree now down 2 runs, their largest deficit of the ball game. They've trailed by a single run twice in this game, and now this one gets away, and the runner moves up to second. It's a big pass ball. Looked like one the catcher could have had. The difference between a wild pitch and a pass ball, in my opinion, that was one the catcher could have caught. Generally, the wild pitch is one they can't make a play on, whether it's in the dirt or up and over the head. And the offering again is up. Shelgin not throwing strikes out of the pen here, at least to start the at-bat. For the most part, he's been very good out of the bullpen, especially throwing strikes. Trying to battle all the way back now, and misses on 4 pitches. Two on and 1 out. Big opportunity for the visitors. We lead by 2 runs. They're threatening again with 2 more on. First pitch of the at-bat again misses upstairs and still trying to find the strike zone. It's 5 straight outside of the zone here to begin his relief appearance. Rockets trying to remain disciplined as he tries to find the zone. Defense would really love a ground ball double play here. Need momentum in some facet here for Braintree, whether it's a double play ball or just getting out of this inning without allowing anything further. Has yet to find the zone. 6 straight now. Got to find one here. And of course, if you're the hitter, you're looking your chops, hoping for something right in the middle of the zone. Winds and fires, and finally finds the zone for the strike. Been a real good pitch to swing at, but obviously with the first 6 pitches since coming out of the pen being outside the zone, probably a wise decision. Getting ready now on the 2-1 and gets it by him. Good pitch. Trying to settle in now. Braintree pitching has fanned 2 so far. This would be a great time to get a 3rd. See if you use that off-speed pitch to go down and away. Ready now on the 2-2, and this one is going to be right there at the dish. No advance. So the count now is going to Phil. Do they send the runners here on the 3-2 with 1 out? It'd be dangerous, obviously, with the runner heading towards 3rd. They've been pretty aggressive for the most part. Need a good pitch here. And the 3-2 offering, and this one gets away, and that one makes contact with the home plate umpire again. So that'll be ball 4 and a walk. And the bases are filled up. Second time the home plate umpire has taken one off of the mask. That's back-to-back walks since coming out of the bullpen. Not something we've seen from Shelgin here. So it looks like Braintree's going to make another pitching change here in the inning. And they are going to go to Ryan with the game right now in the balance. A pitcher that you would assume would start in their next game, but Braintree's going to him here in this spot. With the bases filled, they need an out. and we will return in a moment in a 5-3 game. Play set to resume after the long break in between the pitching change as Ryan coming in a very difficult spot with the bases loaded and one out. The infield is in for Braintree, and the first pitch from Ryan, after all is said and done, is a strike. So Ryan trying to put the fire out here. He was expected to be the starter on Wednesday at Milton, but Braintree trying to win this game. Have to get a couple of key outs as the pitch right back in there for another strike. Braintree with more action behind him as Ryan could use a strikeout here. He's ahead 0-2. Base is filled, and the pitch downstairs, and no advance as the runner stops at third. Good job by Ryan to cover the dish, but obviously there was no opportunity to go to the plate. Ball nowhere close to being far enough away to go. Five to 3 advantage. Braintree has their largest deficit of this game. They've led by a run, but giving up the lead. Now the 1-2 pitch. Another one downstairs, and again, not chasing it. Seen a couple get by the catcher. I think he wants a new baseball. Just going to have a discussion with the catcher. Trying to get that third strike. It's been a while since Braintree's had an out here in this inning. The Rockets continue to get runs in this game. Big spot. Ryan ready on the 2-2, and it's popped up on the infield. A couple of players back. It is Zolano makes the catch, and nowhere for anybody to go. And the infield fly should have technically, I guess, been on with less than 2 outs. Either way, Braintree makes the catch, and there is the second out. Very big second out for Ryan. The defense can move back now as he tries to get momentum back on Braintree's side. If he can get out of this jam without any further damage. And the first pitch of the at-bat right there for a strike. A lot more zip behind the fastball of Ryan. Runners lead all the way across. Ryan ready here on the 0-1 pitch. And another strike, pumping it in the zone. Second straight hitter, he's gone ahead 0-2. Looking for one more big pitch to get his team back to the dugout. Down a couple of runs. Rockets trying not to waste the advantage here with the bases filled. Ryan ready, 0-2. And this one on the ground, middle of the infield, and it makes its way through. 1 run scores, here comes a second. And the throw down to third, not going to be in time. As this one gets away, the runner going to head towards the plate, and he will score as that clears the bases. Ryan had a chance to get out of the inning and could not. Got the ground ball he was looking for, but with 2 strikes, left that one a little bit more in the zone than he would like. And Braintree has now their largest deficit of this game, down 5. And what has been a shocking result in a game that on paper, you got a 10-6 team against 4-12. This looked like a pretty routine game on the schedule for Braintree, but they have really struggled today on all facets of the game. And we might see another pitching change, just one or a couple of batters that Ryan faces. Again, you need them for that game on Wednesday against Milton. Braintree tried to get him to get the final out here of the inning, but now that the lead is up to 5, Braintree's going to go to the pen again as we will return. It's 8-3. Play resumes as Braintree with their third pitcher of the inning. Coming out of the pen now is Kelly. A couple of Braintree pitchers used here in this inning have been in relief, but generally starters, as this one is tapped foul. A couple of quick strikes. Very tough spot for Ryan to come into a ball game with the bases filled. No real opportunity to make a mistake. Got the first out on a weak pop-up on the infield. Got ahead 0-2, but then gives up a 2-run single. The third run came in on the throw. And now an 8-3 game on a close pitch doesn't go the pitcher's way. Runner is at second base. And Braintree's going to need another one of those come-from-behind wins that they've done a couple of times here this season on their home field, but just happening way too often where Braintree's digging themselves holes. Just doesn't have that same type of feel. And that one's in there for strike three. Down he goes on strikes, but Braintree was hoping that was a batter prior. Needham has a huge inning here and have a commanding lead as we head to the bottom of the fifth. Braintree with a lot of work to do, trying to chip away at it, down 8-3. First pitch here of the bottom of the inning. Braintree trailing by 5. They need a big inning. And this one is tapped foul. So Joyce right now, who's on the hook, standing in at the dish. He departed, giving up the 4 runs, but Braintree bullpen not able to get the job done. It's Joyce, Atkinson stand in there. And Segley, the expected 3 hitters for Braintree right now, needing base runners in a game that they need to come from behind. As this one is hit in the air out towards right field. This one's stinging out now towards more center, and it's caught. Braintree with back-to-back flyouts. Joyce batting in the cleanup spot, had been on his first 2 times, had been walked, and had an RBI single. So the first time he'd been retired, as Atkinson takes the pitch upstairs. So Braintree will see the top of the order one more time, most likely in the 6th inning, unless Braintree has a rally here in the 5th. As this one is hit well out towards right center field, stung pretty well. Back to the center field, it goes, cannot make the catch, as Atkinson now trying for 2 bases, and he will get there. Nice attempt in center, but obviously had a good opportunity to catch it. And Braintree gets a gift base runner, and now they're hoping to take advantage. Certainly a catchable ball, but one that was not routine, but one the Rockets obviously know they needed. You don't want to give Braintree any glimmer of hope, and a team that has had the thrill for the dramatic here this season. Last thing you want to do is give an extra out to them. And Braintree's made a change at the dish. So hitting in Segley's spot, who had fanned twice, looking. And the pitch. Pitch is in for a strike. Braintree really needs some timely hits. Down 5 runs as the action continues back behind us in the Needham bullpen. Braintree has used now 4 pitchers. Starter Joyce, and going to the bullpen for Shaljan, who didn't have it, had walked a couple of guys. Ryan came in, couldn't get the outs he was looking for, got just 1 out, and then Kelly coming in to get the final out of the top half of the inning. But Braintree's damage had been done, and now an 8-3 game. Been a lot of delays here in this game as the umpires trying to get on the same page. So if the umpire had any sort of question about what the situation is here, is who's hitting, shouldn't have happened before a pitch was thrown. So the runner at second is Atkinson. Actually, I think he was pinch run for. That was all back behind the play. Just really amazed at all these delays. What seem to be pretty routine things for the umpires. Nothing has been routine in this game. And what is an 8-3 game? Braintree trailing by 5 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As that one just missing on the inner half. Looking for 2 runners on. with Ryan standing in the on-deck circle already with a couple of hits to his credit. As that one almost hit him, and it's inside. The last thing you want to do is put another one on. See how quick the trigger would be on the pulling of the pitcher. We had to wait a long time in between, but his team was able to push across 4 runs. And the pitch missed badly, and he walks up. And now a quick visit towards the mounds. See if that pulls the plug here on the starter, who had pitched deep into the ball game here into the 5th. But after that long layoff, obviously what could have been a second out on a fly ball to center could not be caught. And since then, Braintree has gotten that walk, as there are now 2 on and just the 1 out. In a game that's seen 11 runs, we've only seen a couple of walks by each side. So the pitcher's going to remain in the game, leaving a lot of faith in his starter, who had to wait a long time as his team scored 4 times. Braintree now trying to get Ryan up to the dish as he tries to get his 3rd hit of the ball game. This game far from being over, but there's still some timely hits that Braintree needs to have, and they need to string them together. They still have 3 more at-bats, including this. Down 5 runs, you score a couple of runs here, you're right back in this ball game, but Braintree, more importantly, needs to get some shutdown innings with the pitching. Pitch on the way, and that one missed. As a throw down, not in time. Oh, wow, they say he's out at first as they pick him off at first, throw him back behind him. That is really, really bad base running on the Braintree side. I'm actually shocked he was called out. From our angle, tough to say. He was kind of blocked by the vantage point, but that is not a good base running play. That's a blunder made, and Braintree running into an out on the bases, and now Ryan pops it up, and this just compounds what has been a very frustrating game, and that one couldn't be caught again, as that one somehow finds its way down, and Braintree gets a gift run. So somehow, Braintree scores a run here in this inning. Neither side making anything routine, and what should have been the final out of the inning, Braintree somehow scores their 4th run. So Braintree gets an error. The crowd giving it to the second baseman, who's made a couple of miscues. That one a routine play on the infield. Obviously dealing with the sun. Nothing has been easy, but those are catches you have to have. There's no way around that. So getting ready now as Braintree brings up DeRoche, another pinch hitter. And the pitch, as that one misses for ball 1. The way this game is going, wouldn't be surprised if somehow something crazy happened. And DeRoche lines this one out to deep right field, stung pretty well. Back the outfielder goes, but he tracks it down to end the inning. Braintree does get a gift run here in the inning, but that was hit pretty well off the bat of DeRoche. Did not carry as much as it looked like it would off the bat, as Braintree strands another base runner. They've left now 7 on through the first 5 in this game. Braintree gets 1 back. It's 8-4 as we head to the 6th. Top of the 6th inning as the pitch gets inside. So Kelly in to a clean inning now here in the 6th inning after getting the final out back in the 5th. Trying to find the strike zone as this one is rolled foul. 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Rockets as they have a 4-run lead, which big leads against Braintree have not been safe this season here on the home field. As that one misses up and away, and right now you need strikes. Kelly ready, winds and fires, and the 3-1 misses, and a leadoff walk. Those always seem to come back to hurt. Braintree dealing with the middle of the order. It's been very dangerous, especially the cleanup hitter. Coming up next, O'Donnell. This one popped up. It'll be a look for the catcher. Third baseman Ryan coming over, and that one can't be caught. And that was one I thought maybe Ryan was going to take charge of. Another ball that cannot be caught. An extra strike to swing with here for Needham, who has a 4-run lead. Ryan was hustling as much as he could to get down there and help his catcher. Maybe that ball was in the air just a little bit longer. He could have made a catch. So the leadoff walk is where we are here in the top of the 6th. 8-4 game, pickoff try. Braintree running into an out. Back in the bottom of the 5th, over at first base. Then end up scoring on a drop ball at second. A little bit of everything here in this ball game as that one misses down and away. A-State Conference matchup between Braintree and Needham. The pickoff try, this one a little bit closer. One and one is the count. Braintree with the infield in over at third, expecting maybe a potential bunt, but we haven't seen anything going. Runner takes off, and a swing and a miss. Here comes the throw down to second. Will not be in time, and it's backed up by the second baseman. So a stolen base has the runner in scoring position with nobody out. Couple of strikes now on the hitter as Kelly looking for the first out here of the inning. Getting ready now, and that one is just card foul. Pretty good pitcher's pitch, and the hitter was able to spoil it off. Needham leading by 4 runs, looking for that 5-run lead again with the base hit. And the pitch, this one hit sharply to third, but foul. See if Kelly goes down and away from the hitter. An off-speed pitch. Again, getting ready on the 1-2. And this one on the ground, middle of the infield. It's going to be DeRoche to make the play. Throw across in plenty of time. Does move that runner over to third base with less than 2 outs. And I wonder if brings a luck here in this spot. The hitter here at the dish that has been tough to get out. Potentially open up. And pretty wise decision to put the runner on here and open up a double play opportunity. So Braintree does exactly what I thought maybe they would, which is intentionally walk him to open up the double play option, bring him back at the middle of the infield, and then the infield will be in on the corners at first and third. No shortage of base runners in the ball game. Runner takes off for second. They thought about maybe potentially trying that suicide squeeze, but the runner takes second instead. So the defense will remain in. So the intentional walk has now 2 on and 1 out. Kelly ready, winds and fires. And this one to third, but foul. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Braintree will have their 9-1 and 2 hitters. But right now, focusing on a 4-run deficit, trying to get the final couple of outs here in the top of the 6th. Any chance they want to come back, got to have a way to get through this inning. Pickoff try over at third, and the runner slides back in. Braintree has been very concerned with the base runners in this game. You don't see a throw over to third very often, but Braintree clearly has an idea that maybe they're going to try and get a big lead over at third to try and bunt him in. Kelly winds and fires, and a pitch downstairs. Good block behind the dish. Infield in. Runners at second and third, and 1 out. Braintree trailing by 4 here on their senior night. As Kelly's ready, and another foul ball. Couple of hard hit balls here in this inning. Kelly looking for that big pitch for a strikeout. Winds and fires and misses high and away. It's a big spot in the game. Braintree gives up a hit here. You're down 6. It's going to be almost impossible to come back from that, but the way things have gone this season, we've seen some crazy things happen here on their home field. And find a way to limit the damage. And the 2-strike pitch, and that one hit him. That one makes contact with the jersey, and then that one is going to be a dead ball. They're not going to allow either runner to advance. So the bases now loaded. Kelly had gotten ahead of the hitter but could not finish off the job. So the hit batter fills up the bases again. First pitch of the at-bat right in there for a strike. This has been very tough for the Braintree pitching staff. They've had some really tough innings with a lot of runners on. Had to throw a lot of pitches, use a lot of different arms here today, as this one hit well, but a foul ball. So he's ahead again, 0-2. But getting that third strike's been tough. Braintree hasn't really had the same type of strikeout capability that they generally have. They've fanned 3 hitters through this game. But if there was ever a time to get one, would be right now. The bases loaded and 1 out. A good idea to try and get him to chase something upstairs. Go up in the zone, up around the letters. And the 2-strike pitch, as it's 1 out towards center field, should be deep enough to try and tag. And the runner is going to score from third. The throw heads to third, and the runner gets there on the sacrifice fly. So the out to center field produces a run, sacrifice fly, and the second out now of the 6th inning. Just finding creative ways to score runs. And Braintree again, got up a lot of runs in some of their games here on their home field, which is certainly not like Braintree, of giving up a lot of base runners, a lot of runs. Gave up 9 runs against Brookline, came back to win that game, came back to win against Framingham. Similar type of game like this. Just here today, Braintree hasn't had those couple of key hits. On the pickoff try, they got a close play on him. That one not going to be called out. Certainly a bang-bang play. So our base runner picked off for Braintree back in the 5th. Paying a lot of attention to him over at first, as they know he wants to take off for second. And the pitch in for a strike. long game. Braintree pitching has been out there for a long time in a couple of innings. As this one is knocked foul. A couple of strikes now. So an intentional walk, a hit batter, and then the sacrifice fly. Three really different things that you don't see too often in an inning. So the runner now takes over at second. So a couple of strikes now on the hitter as Kelly trying to find his way through the sixth. Braintree's given up a run so far here in the inning, and they will not give up anything further as he strikes him out. So an opportunity was there to score more. Braintree does give up a run, but the sacrifice fly all Needham gets here in the top of the sixth. With Braintree down 9-4 as we head to the bottom half of the inning. Pitching change here for Needham. They've gone to their bullpen here for the bottom of the sixth inning. Braintree down 9-4. As the 9-1 and 2 hitters here in the inning. As this one on the ground towards third base, but a foul ball. Couple of quick strikes on Hillard, leading things off in the 9 spot. Had a sharp line drive for an out his last time, as this one's rolled foul. Braintree needing base runners in a hurry. Down 5 runs. Get a couple of runs here, make it interesting. Bat continues with Brooks in the on-deck circle to bat next. Hillard trying to find a way to get on here with 2 strikes, and now takes the pitch down and away. It's 2-2. Braintree in jeopardy right now of losing their 4th straight game, which I can't remember the last time that's happened. As Hillard foul tips that one and could not be caught. Need a way to find a base runner here if you're Braintree. Down 5. Leadoff man getting on, so important as the offering. And that one misses as the count now fills. Good here from Hillard, the 9 spot. Trying to get away to get on base. Takes the pitch in. It's a called 3rd strike. First out here of the bottom of the 6th. So brings up Brooks. 2 for 3 with a couple of singles in the ball game. It's also grounded out to shortstop. And the pitch takes the pitch downstairs. Might be Braintree's last look at the top of the order, as that one stung out of play. Ball and a strike on the Braintree shortstop. Brooks trying to get aboard. Out in front of King. Braintree really hasn't had any of those big extra base hits here today, which they generally do. On the ground towards short, and it's mishandled, and the error has the runner on. Looking for a break, and they get it. Certainly wasn't an easy play, but that'll go down as an error. And Braintree has a base runner on. So the pinch runner for Brooks, as now standing in is King. He singled twice and flied out to deep center. First pitch on the ground, middle of the infield. Over to second, back to first, and they turn another double play. And that just seems like the dagger right there as Braintree grounds into the third double play of the ball game as we head to the seventh in a 9-4 game. Top of the seventh, and the first pitch down and away. 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Pitch on the way and on the ground right side on a couple of high hops as DeRoche has the first out here of the inning. Going after the first pitch, this one knocked back and out of play. Couple of strikes now as Kelly trying to have a quick inning here in the seventh with his team needing a shutdown inning. And this one out towards deep left field, hit well, but back and positioned well down the left field line to make the catch. So we'll see the top of the order one last time for the Rockets as the first pitch is in for a strike. A one pitch right back to the bottom of the zone, doesn't get the call this time as he works quickly here with nobody on and 2 out. Both sides have left 7 on. But the big difference in the game has been Braintree's inability to come up with that clutch hit, and they've also hit into 3 double plays. Two-strike pitch, just missing. Ground out to second, a fly out to left. The 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. And the 2-strike pitch in there for strike 3. A rare strikeout for Braintree pitching today as that concludes the top half of the 7th. Braintree needing a miracle here in the bottom of the 7th, down 5. Stands in, takes the first pitch for a strike. Zolano leads at first. Short lead. Pitch on the way, and this one is back and out of play off the bat of Joyce. Braintree with some good bats at the dish. Now trying to come through. Trailing by 5. Couple of strikes on the hitter, Joyce, who started this game back a long time ago as that one misses away. You have 4 runs. Right now on the hook right now. And the pitch, again missing down and away. Trying to go back to that same spot. Got ahead 0-2. Now it's 2-2. Righty getting ready. Winds and fires. And Joyce hits this one down the left field line. Back and out of play. So Braintree looking for one of those crazy come from behind wins, but they need a lot more hitters to see the plate. As this one is stung in the air down the third baseline. Going to be a tough play, and that one will not be caught. But a much easier play for the left fielder to make a play on it. The degree of difficulty for the third baseman to make a catch down that line here at Braintree High School is very slim. Haven't seen many players do it. Braintree gets another opportunity here with the bat. Weren't trying to get their first out in that way. Another opportunity for Joyce to swing it. And the two-strike pitch down the first base line and foul. Starting to get around on it now after behind the last couple of swings. Looking for one he can drive hard. 2-2 is the count. And downstairs it is going to fill. This would get real interesting if Braintree puts the runner on, getting 2 on with nobody out. Obviously not going to send the base runner with a 3-2 count, down 5. And the pitch, and Joyce spoils it off. Good at bat here from Joyce. Batting in the cleanup spot. Again, he had an RBI single his first time. Has walked and flied out to center. Big pitch upcoming. Seeing a lot of pitches, looking for a mistake. And the 3-2, and another foul ball. Having to throw a lot of pitches here in this at-bat. Trying to get his first out of the bullpen. Braintree trying to threaten here in this bottom of the 7th. And the pitch. Downstairs, he walks him. First 2 have reached a single, now a walk. And Braintree in business. So Braintree with Lassard now at the dish, hitting in Atkinson's spot. The pinch hitter with 2 on and nobody out. Does Braintree have one last dramatic win in them? This would be a win for the ages. They somehow came back from 5 down in the 7th, where this game's going. First pitch, and that one's there at the knees for strike 1. Braintree with a single and a walk so far here in the bottom of the inning. As Lassard stands in on the ground down the third base line, but foul. And the pitcher quickly ahead, 0-2. So right where you want to be if you are the pitcher. Up in the count 0-2, but Braintree trying to battle here. With Joyce on at first, Zolano at second. And the pitch downstairs, and this one is not going to get far enough away as Zolano nearly got caught in no man's land. Certainly don't want to run into another out. One and 2 the count. Lassard trying to deliver here off the bench. And this one on the middle of the infield, not hit hard. The only play is to first, and they're not going to get it there. He's safe. Infield single, and the bases are filled. So Braintree with an opportunity with nobody out. Just continue to find ways late in the game to make things interesting, and Braintree has come back multiple times in the 7th to walk off here on their home field, and they have another opportunity here with the bases filled, nobody out, pitching change here in the bottom of the 7th. Another pitching change, as stepping in now is Segley. 9-4 the score. Braintree threatening here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch in relief as Segley goes after it and knocks it out of play. He has fanned twice. Trying to come through with the big hit here in the 7th. As the pitch misses outside. Nowhere to put him. Braintree with Ryan in the on-deck circle. First 3 have reached, and that one misses away. Find a way to come into the zone now after missing on the last 2. Braintree has to remain patient here in the 7th inning. And he missed upstairs. It's 3-1. Nowhere to go. Braintree scores here. The tying run would come to the plate. And the 3-1 offering, and he missed. It's ball 4. And Segley draws the walk. Makes it a 9-5 game. This one far from over. That'll be an RBI for Segley as Braintree gets their 5th run of the ball game. And here comes Ryan. Defense ranging up the middle. Goes after the first pitch, and that one's knocked foul. Braintree has been very aggressive going after the first pitch multiple times here in the ball game. The sun continuing to be a factor. Starting to make its way down, but still really bright right now. 0-1 the count to the Braintree third baseman, and that one nearly hit him. Trying to lean into the pitch and take that one. Braintree having the tying runner at the dish. A grand slam would tie the game. And that spins him back. 2-1. Bases filled, nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Braintree scored once so far. And the pitch, and Ryan knocks it out of play. 2-2 the count. Ryan more known for his pitching, but trying to come through with the key hit here for Braintree as the rally continues. And the offering, and this one driven back and out of play. Another long at bat from a Braintree hitter here in the 7th. They forced this Needham pitching staff to throw a lot of pitches, making things difficult. Again, the tying run is at the plate. 2-2. And Ryan stings this one to left field. Hit well. Back it goes, but it is caught as the runner will score from third base on the sacrifice fly. A loud first out off of a Braintree bat again. That one was stung, just could not hook it down the line. So a 9-6 score, Braintree with the sacrifice fly. And now DeRoche. Does Braintree have a couple of key hits left? DeRoche stung one his last time to right field. He has that type of pop in his bat. Does he have a chance to drive one deep and tie the score at 3? The tying run is at the dish still. 2 on and 1 out with DeRoche. And the pitcher right now trying to focus on the hitter, but needs a meeting at the mound first. Braintree has scored a couple of runs already. Trailed 9-4 heading into the bottom of the inning. It's 9-6, and the tying run is at home plate. Infield in at the corners. And the pitch, as that one misses down and away. Number 9 hitter up next for Braintree, and it looks like a pinch hitter due up. Two on and one out. And the 1-0. DeRoche takes the pitch for a strike. The 1-1. And DeRoche again does not swing on the outer part. It's strike 2. Pinch hitter in the on-deck circle for Braintree. DeRoche trying to deliver with 2 strikes. And the pitch downstairs. Two and 2 is the count. Braintree threatening here in the bottom of the inning. Runners lead from first and second, and DeRoche takes a called third strike. They work that outside part of the plate multiple times in the at-bat, and DeRoche ends up striking out. So Braintree going deep into the bench. They have used lots of subs here in this ball game, and now one more. As Zolano going to pinch hit here with 2 outs and 2 on. If Braintree could somehow get him on, they would have the top of the order Brooks due up next, which would make things very, very interesting. First pitch of the at-bat in there for strike 1. Braintree has not gotten anything from the bottom of the order. In a 9 spot. Trying to get something here from Zolano as he drives this one on the ground towards second base. Couple of tough hops, and he's going to reach. Another error here in the inning. What should have been the final out turns into the bases filled. It's been an adventure over there at second all day long. So Braintree will get Brooks to the dish as the tying runs are aboard. Both sides making key mistakes. And will that one prove to be very costly? On what was a routine grounder, let that one roll a couple times too many. Took a tough hop on him late. So Zolano reaches on the error. Braintree at 10 and 6, but staring at a potential 4th straight loss. Trying to come all the way back here in the 7th. They've scored 2 runs. They have the bases filled. Another pinch runner. Right now, the runner at first is very important because anything in the gap you would hope would score that runner from first. Brooks has hit a home run here this season. Braintree here on senior night, looking for one of their biggest wins late in the year. First pitch of the at-bat downstairs, and that one stopped by the catcher. Right now, a meaningless runner at third base. You do not take off on anything unless the ball is going to clearly get away. First pitch was not tempting. Brooks trying to deliver. He's been on 3 times in his 4 at-bats. And the pitch, as that one is inside. 2-0. In the on-deck circle is King. Two and 0 the count. 9-6 game. Bases filled, and the pitch. And he missed. Has not really sent anything near his plate in this at-bat. The first pitch was downstairs. The third pitch nearly got away. And it's 3-0. And now if you're Brooks, you got to be taken here, one would imagine, as the 3-0 offering is going to miss on 4 pitches. And it's 9-7. So Braintree has now scored their 3rd run of the inning as the bases are loaded for King. King has had so many big hits this season. Could use one more. Can King bring home and be the hero? As the first pitch is in for strike 1. Lined into a double play his last time, has singled twice and flied out to center. Looking for a big hit towards the gap. And the pitch. And now he's down in the count, 0-2. Braintree has made things interesting, giving Needham all they can handle here in the 7th. Tying run is at second. Bases filled, 2 down, 0-2 the count. And the pitch, as that one misses down and away. King did not swing, certainly was well off the edge. Good pitcher's pitch with 2 strikes. King a hit, you would hope would score a couple of runs. And the 1-2. On the ground, middle of the infield, over towards second. And the throw across is in time. And the putout finally made over at second. It's been an adventure over there, but able to get the final out as Braintree leaves the bases loaded and get an opportunity here in the 7th to walk off, but cannot get that one more hit they needed here in the 7th. 9-7 the final score as Braintree loses their 4th straight game. Bad time for Braintree to go on a losing streak late in the season after winning their 10th game of the year, but they've had a couple of really tough losses late and another close game that does not go their way. But here today, the pitching, the story again for Braintree, just giving up way too many runs yet again, trying to get that offense to score more than 9 runs. It's very tough to do on a daily basis as Braintree drops their now 7th game of the year, now 10-7 with the defeat. Joyce is the losing pitcher here today for Braintree, and they try and get back in the win column in a road game. And another tough game against Milton. No easy games on the schedule. As Braintree finds out here today, Milton, who was 4-12 heading into the contest, gave Braintree all they could handle and defeats them in what was a shocking result as Braintree drops this one by 2 runs, 9-7, the final score here today. On behalf of everyone that made things possible here on BCAM TV, our graphics coordinator back in the studio, Chris Curran, our camera person, Christine Patterson, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.